Your content strategy must change for AI mode. Gone are the days of producing very thin, generic, top-of-funnel content. What these AI tools love is high expertise, high authoritativeness, high experience content that targets the middle and the bottom of the funnel. Let me give you an example. If I ask AI mode what kelp lawn fertilizer I could use, I see our client Golf Course Lawn here being cited as a source for AI mode, and that gives Ron, the owner, a chance to influence these answers. Now, if we have a look at the article that has been used as a source here, we will see it is exactly the sort of thing that all of these AI tools love to cite. Why is that? This is a really detailed article. This is way beyond the sort of generic content, the generic information that these AI tools can come up with themselves. This is clearly written by someone who knows this topic in detail and has first-hand experience of it. In fact, we can even see that because not only does Ron recommend particular products in this article, but there's also a video at the end showing him actually implementing this stuff on a lawn. His bio at the end of the article talks about the fact that he's got a certificate in sports turf grass management from the University of Georgia. He is a true expert in this space, and that makes this content something that the AI tools are not only more likely to recommend and cite, but it also makes it more likely that a user would click on this article to get something beyond what the AI tools can give them. Now, our content writers work with Ron to produce this, so this doesn't mean that top expert in your business needs to produce all of the content themselves. Our content writers work with Ron, but it's that real expertise that needs to shine through. Like I say, gone are the days of just producing generic content. And if you're just asking ChatGPT to write all your content for you, unfortunately, generic is exactly what you're going to get. Okay, what are the topics that we need to actually write about then? Well, as we covered in our previous video, AI mode uses something called the query fan-out technique, where when you ask a simple question to AI mode, it breaks that question down into lots of different background searches, it runs those web searches, and then compiles all of the information gathered from those into a single answer. This means if we want to increase our chance of being recommended, we need to make sure that we've got content which targets as many of those underlying searches as we possibly can. In AI mode, that's difficult to do because we don't actually get to see what those background searches are that are being carried out. But then we've got the Dale hack, because if you run that same search in Google's Gemini AI tool, it does in fact show you the background searches that it's running. That doesn't mean that AI mode is using exactly the same background searches, but it's a pretty good indication of the types of background query that are going to be searched. Your job then, of course, is to produce detailed, rich content about each of these different topics and get that content ranking in web search.